Shudder's Creepshow reboot introduced audiences to an adorable little alien creature named Bob in Season 1, Episode 2, The Finger. Creepshow, an anthological television series based on the 1982 film of the same name, premiered on Shudder in September 2019. Each episode is an hour long and features 2 mini-stories that run the gamut of various horror subgenres. The original movie, also an anthology, was written by Stephen King and directed by George A. Romero. Many prominent names in horror, including Tom Savini and Greg Nicotero, have lent their talents to the show, with stars like Tobin Bell, Saw, Adrian Barbeau, The Fog, and Jeffrey Combs, Reanimator, playing roles in different episodes. Both Stephen King and his son, Joe Hill, have had stories adapted for Creepshow, as King did for the film. The narrative is similar to Tales from the Crypt, with a character known as The Creep telling the tales in a comic book-style format, and Creepshow's The Finger episode is a particular highlight. The Finger follows Clark Wilson, DJ Qualls, a recent divorcee who lives alone and has picked up a somewhat unusual habit of collecting random objects off the streets. He finds a strangely well-preserved finger during his adventures one day and brings it home. The finger doesn't appear human, and as time progresses, it turns into a strange creature who keeps Clark company. He decides to name the finger Bob. Bob is lively and playful, has a penchant for eating popcorn, and appears almost demonic, almost a cat-like being of unknown origin. Clark has a soft spot for Bob, and Bob seems to be rather fond of Clark as well. As Clark continues his day-to-day life, he experiences normal, mundane setbacks and disappointments, but Bob takes these rejections very seriously. Clark discovers that, like cats bringing owners unwanted gifts, Bob brings him various body parts of increasing gore and size from people who have wronged or annoyed him. Since Bob can't dispose of the bodies, Clark has to hide his new pet's crimes, lest the creature be taken from him or destroyed. There's also the concern that authorities could blame Clark for the murders, so he decides to cover his tracks. After the episode aired, social media exploded with delight over Bob, who became somewhat of an internet phenomenon among the horror community. The notion of having something deadly and sweet to dispose of its master's enemies seemed like a pretty good deal. Bob was a surprise that caught viewers off guard and became oddly sentimental. Other horror creatures who went viral. Sam and M3GAN. The Finger is not the only movie creature that reached icon status after going viral. One of the earliest examples of a demonic horror creature that gained popularity on the internet was a little guy named Sam from the 2007 anthology movie, Trick or Treat, which was a box office failure upon release. However, since that time, it has become a massive cult favorite and soon Sam showed up everywhere. Sam is a trick-or-treating demon who wears a mask and looks like a child until he removes his mask and terrorizes anyone who disrespects Halloween.